are talking in terms of ethics. Is it right? See, ethics is very basically a very critical aspect because it involves how today date is 28th second 2024. We have to be very safe. We have to safeguard. We have to protect ourselves. We should not get influenced by others. Is it right? Now, when you are doing the things, something we have to protect by the law, rules of the profession, something we have to think about the environment where we are working, and something we have to work on our individual basis. One side we have to cover by some safeguards will be there from the regulations. ACCA code of conduct will be there. Something every organization will have some environmental factors, and individually also we have to be very careful. This is a profession where it is very sensitive. Money matters. Okay, money matters. Now they say one thing. See that this is also a question. You are working as an audit trainee. See, in the examination, in the question, they will mention very clearly what is your position. What is your position? They say you are an audit trainee. When you are an audit trainee, you have to visualize yourself that as an audit trainee, what will be the responsibilities of the audit. You mention this to your mother, who says that her sister's friend Helen works as a purchase ledger clerk for Johnson Company. You are doing an audit training for the Johnson Company, and there is the friend's daughter is working in that as a purchase ledger. Explain whether this situation present any threat to, most importantly, independence, and if so, explain the threats. What are the possible safeguards? See, people will be there in your organization also. You will come across so many different, your relations will be there. But relations are kept. You, during break, during lunchtime, during weekends, you will meet. You see the thing. You are working in different organizations. You are working in your competitors. You are working in different banks. Okay? People are working in different, but they will never share any professional things when they are meeting individual personally. Professional is different, individual is different. No, never ever people will discuss professional things. They could implement to mitigate the things. What are the safeguards we have? Possible safeguards. It says that you might feel that the situation is, we will think that it is familiarity. You know the people, either you have the relation 1, 2, 3, 4, somewhere it has been fine. You are familiar. It doesn't mean that we are doing anything wrong. Okay, doesn't. See, you will have friends, you will have relatives. That's no doubt on that. But that doesn't mean that it is going to be influence your work. There is a self-interest threat is there. Yes. Is that yeah? We have some personal interest. Yeah, friends are there. Things will be. We have little bit closer. Communication will be there. But look at the nature of relationship. Is that nature of relationship? Your mother's sister who works, sister's friend, mother's sister friend, big relationship. Is it a very distant relationship? Who works as a purchase clerk at the client is unlikely to be able to influence, given her role at the Johnson's Company. See, she is a purchase clerk. Okay, she is not a purchase manager. Getting my word? She is only working as where it has been given. She is working a purchase ledger clerk. She basically doesn't have any decision making authority. Understand? But see, because of that, you should not say that things will be very comfortable. No, I'm not saying that. But the decision making power at that position is comparatively less. Okay, comparatively less. Also, given the circumstances, unlikely that you have a close family relations with Helen. Have you ever met her before? See the thing. Your mother, your sister, then it is a friend. And her daughter. And it is you. It is we. Is it right? See the things. How many hurdles we have to pass. Is it right? How many? If you ask me, every organization we have this, so many relationships will be there like this. So many. We are working in the same place, we are working in the same area, people will go, we will meet. It happens. It's a difference. Is it? Have you ever met her before? Big question mark. The situation therefore probably, okay, probably does not pose any significant threat to independence or objectivity preparation, okay, and therefore does not require application of any safeguards. If you take this into, like, if you are everywhere, if you are taking this type of things, definitely we cannot work in organization. Okay, we cannot work in organization because it is very, very difficult for us. Okay, are you clear about this?
Yes.
Right? Now, these are the examination questions. Okay, these are the examination questions. You work as an audit junior. There we have talked about audit trainee. Is that you are a trainee and she is a purchaser. Even you don't have that much power and she is also not that much power. You are a junior. Your position is at the very basic level. A firm specialized in luxury holidays. The auditor's opinion on the financial statement is likely to be modified. Means it likely to be changed. Just before the year-end current audit, the Smith Holidays offer each member of the audit a 75% discount. See the thing. They should never, as an auditor, you should never accept gifts. And it is 75% discount, unbelievable. At the end of, you divide, in the examination also you divide, okay, this makes sense. This is what I will instruct to every other student. Divide the sentence. The moment sentence is done, put one indicator. Just before the end, they have offered 75%. At the end of the audit, the finance also gives a box of chocolates to each member of the finance team and also to each member of the audit team as done in the previous years as a token of appreciation for everyone's hard work. See, when you are giving to everyone, is it right? When they are giving to what? They are giving to their own employees, is it right? And they are giving to the audit team also. If you ask, this is also we should not take into consideration. Understand? This is also we have to keep that things at a distance level. But fine, if it is offered to all, token of appreciation, it is okay, acceptable. Explain whether this situation present any threat to the independence. Always keep it in mind, independence is the priority. If so, explain the threats. In the examination, what they will ask what are the threats, okay, and they will ask what are the recommendations. Is that what are the threats and what are the recommendations, okay? That could be what are the possible safeguards. Anywhere, any doubt, you stop me. Understand the point? That is the standard instructions. You stop me, no problem, nothing will happen. That could be implemented. What is the solution they have made? The offer of see, keep this in mind, keep this, it will come across at least in 2 or 3 questions. Mock exam also you will come across this type of questions. Understand what? The offer of discounted holiday to the audit team just before the end of the audit as a deliberate attempt just before the end of the audit. Still audit is not completed. Okay, still see, the moment you get the gift, we will get influence. After the audit is happening, fine. Once audit is over, submitted, other things are there, whatever happened, if they are giving chocolates, fine. If they are, is that? It will deliberate impair the objectivity of the auditors and deter them from giving. See what they are saying? They are saying that, keep it in mind, they are saying that the auditor opinion on fine is likely to be modified. It is likely to be changed. Now, by giving this type of incentives, we will get influenced by independence and we will not give modified opinion. Is that will not going to give modified opinion as such. Okay. The threat is self-interest. They will ask whether it is self-interest, it is intimidation, it is the self-review. Is it right? It is the self. They will ask each and everything. Is it? Means it is a self-interest. The value of the discount would clearly is significant. Is that the value is very significant? Fine. It is not a small value. It is almost 75% of the discount you are getting. Means you are getting, it makes influence. Why is it good? Anybody will give 75%? Nobody will give 75%. Means we have to be very. In this case, the best action would be the audit partner politely decline the offer of the discount on behalf of the audit team and to inform the ethics partner. Is it? To inform the and on behalf of the audit firm to inform the ethics partner means who is in charge of the ethical, who will oversee the ethic act. Means they will say very clearly, they say that you have to decline the discount. Is that you have to decline the offer on behalf of the, or we cannot take the offer. This is the first case. Compared to the second case, the offer of the box is at the end of the audit. At the end of to all finance and audit team members is a part of tradition. Is it? It's a part of it. You are giving to every member. Is it? You are not exclusively selecting any specific member. And it is very safe. Any time you are offering to your employees and it is offered to the audit client subject to the phase of the audit. Okay, subject to whether audit completed, audit not completed, audit in the initial position, everything will be clear. They will not put anything in doubt. The value of the chalk should not be considered significant. And because of this, nothing will happen because already your audit is over. Is that this is unlikely to be threat of independence. Just how much it costs? It charges very less. Okay, if you take expensive also, it charges very less. And it will probably be fine for members of the audit team to politely accept the chocolates. Keep it in mind, this scenario will be repeated in most of the cases. I will tell you the summary of these two slides. If it is material amount, you have to decline straight away. If it is and during the period. But if it is at the end of the audit period, if it is given to everyone, and if it is given to everyone, internally staff, everyone, then if it is amount is very, very immaterial, you can accept. Otherwise, you have to decline the offer. This is one of the similar questions they will test in the examination. Is it okay?
Yes.
What happened to Laila again? She left.
It's okay now, sir. Sorry.
Non-audit services includes internal audit, off-balance sheet financing, so many things, tax avoidance scheme, front, fronting offshore companies, designing internal. They are clearly indicate of familiarity, self-interest, self-review, and intimidation threats. Get my point? Means you have a permanent office is there. You have they have the social gatherings are there. Fine. It's we are not denying it, but you have to understand that there is a huge amount of money you are going to generate both from audit and non-audit services. In the non-audit services, you are talking about financing scheme, tax avoidance. Is it right? Advocacy. Is that we are preparing that, we are auditing and we are doing accounting and we are reviewing it. Everything you are done. Then what is the purpose? There will be a familiarity, self-interest and self-review. Is it? These types of things, for these type of things, we have to keep what we have to keep safeguards. Right? They will test. If you are thorough with these concepts, can assure you that you will almost 4 to 6 marks you can get it. 4 to 6 marks is based on this. Is it? Now, what is the ACCA ethical standards? Is that how does ACCA enforce code of conduct and ethics? Is that if anybody breaches the code, anybody violates the code, they will be investigated by professional department. You cannot know people once you are getting the certificate, the responsibility will more be it will increase, it will be increased by multiples. Okay, you have to, when you are first investigation, then they will report to the assessor, then they will take may refer to disciplinary committee. If it is manageable, they will impose fine. If it is extraordinary thing, they will exclusion. They will not certify the members. They will not renew the membership for the next year. Okay, they will not renew the membership for the next year. Automatically, the person will not be in a position to carry out to discharge his duties. Is it? What they are saying, the fundamental principles and threats of those principles are likely to come up both in section A, section B. The type of questions could be in a simple knowledge in section A or application based in section B. Always remember, declining the engagement or resigning are last resorts. Is it? Resign. You cannot. Till the end of the some module, I will say the same thing. Declining and resigning is the last. Resigning is the last and last option to be used only in the absence of. If you don't have anything, then you have to resign. That is the last option you have to keep. Fine. What they say. Which two of the following are the fundamental principles of ACCA Code of Ethics? See, don't get ACCA Code of Ethics are different, threats are different. Here also you will have 5, here also you will have 5. Is it right? Here also you will have 5, here also you will have 5. Okay? What it says, see, the objectivity, what are these 5? Tell me. Any idea?
So for the threats, we have self-review, self-interest, advocacy, intimidation, familiarity.
And here? You have 2. They have given 2. They gave one objectivity and they gave confidentiality. And what are the other 3? What are the other 3?
Accountability.
No. Integrity.
Integrity.
Is it? Next. Professional
competence
competence and professional behavior. I will ask you anytime. It's not like that. Anything I will ask. What do you mean by crest?
Elements of assurance engagement.
C means? C means? Crest, C-R-E-S-T. Crest, C-R-E-S-T. C means?
Criteria.
Next.
Auditor's report or practitioner's report.
Criteria. Next.
The assurance report.
No, R means?
The report, right?
Yes. E means
evidence,
next,
subject matter,
next.
three-party relationship.
Fine. That's okay. Next means what is the which of the following principles are stated? Is it you have the objectivity, you have the confidentiality. See, they are giving. See, this is the best part. Okay, in the exam, in the question bank also, you will learn so many things. One objective type question MCQ, you will come across you will have different knowledge. You will get. Although there is an overriding requirement to be independent, independence is not a fundamental principle. Independence is not a fundamental. Professional skepticism refers to the state of mind that the auditor should maintain throughout the external audit. Is that? Read this one. This makes sense. Okay? Means you have the thing. They say that although independence is a criteria, but it is not a fundamental principle. Professional skepticism. Professional skepticism means always you should have a questioning mind. Always you should have a questioning mind. Are you clear about this?
Yeah.
Next. See, exam, specific exam. The audit engagement partner Hazard, a listed company, has been in approximately for 6 years. Maximum 3, 5, 7. And her son has just accepted, okay, and her son, this one is the first one, accepted a job offer from the Hazard as a sales manager. This role will entitle him to shares, okay, Hazard as part of his remuneration. You are getting the equity shares, okay. Hazard directors are consideration establishment of a internal audit department, and the finance department asked the audit firm about the difference between internal audit and external audit. Okay, we will cover what is the internal audit and what is the external audit. If the internal audit department is established and Remy company, who is Remy? Yeah, Remy company is appointed as internal. See the thing, as automatically as internal as well as external auditors, then Hazard has suggested that the external fee should be renegotiated with at least 20% of the fee. There is a limit. How much is the limit?
15.
Yes. Based on the what? You didn't ask me this question. I waited for your response. Yeah, when I say 15%, you didn't ask me, doctor, on which basis it is 15%. You should have asked me at that point. I am noticing how much you are focusing here. Is it? Immediately you should ask, is it right or not? When we have said 15%, 15% on what? In the previous class, 15% on what? 15% is on profits, 15% is on sales, 15% is after tax. Nothing has that. Even you just listen. You should question me. I understand. That's why I am expecting this. I am judging every slide, every place. I can notice your observations. They say that keep it in mind, remember this. Based on the profit after tax of the company, as they feel they will align the interest of Remy and company and Hazard. What it says? It says that use the information above. See the thing. Explain the threats, okay, ethical threats, which may affect the independence of Remy in respect of that Hazard. Explain how it can be reduced. See that? 3 threats, three explanations. Okay? Now, see, this is the best part. People will not read all these things. This is the main problem. Okay? People we should read. Based before you do anything, look at the requirements and mark allocation. 3 marks for threats, 3 marks for safeguards. This suggests that each well explained threat and safeguard is 1 mark. You should aim to identify 3 issues from the scenario. Done. Three there. Don't write. I am again telling, and I will tell you this till the last moment. You should not write 3. They are asking 3. I will write 4. We are not going to achieve anything. We are wasting our own time. Time is very important. Time is very important. You have to complete the syllabus. If you think that I will write 4 marks, they will not give anyone 4 points. They will not give anyone extra point. Restrict yourself. That's what it says. Next, think about how you are doing to present your answer. This type of question will be answered using 2 columns. This is the whole format, okay? If section C, you will come across in section C, you have to do like this. Sorry, section B. So you can link the threats and safeguard. Use the ruler. Now go to the scenario line by line and jot down the possible threats. Is that line by line? That's what it says. Is that you have to make sure that how it's happening. Fine. What are the things that makes the situation more difficult? They say that here how much they have. See, they will give like this everywhere. How much they say this? They have given 5. This is basically okay. Now you have to choose any 3. Keep it in mind. This I will always suggest. The moment it is 5 marks, make it 5 points. If it is maximum 5 marks, 6 marks, that's all. 6 marks, 6 points. If they are asking you identify and explain and recommendations for 6 marks, make 3 identifications and 3 recommendations. There you will get so much of information. Is that there is a familiarity threat. See the things. It is what it says. They are in the audit for how many years? 6 years.
6 years.
What it is the audit ACCA code of conduct says they should be rotated after every 5 years. Is that it is a listed company? Is it right? This is a listed company. When it is a listed company is nothing but if you take from our side, it is a SAOG. Right? They say that they should be rotated out. The listed companies are to be rotated after 5 years. Some people don't do. Fine. This is only a safeguard. Okay, this is only a safeguard. The audit person's son accept the job. Fine, you accept the job, but you cannot think in terms. The moment you are talking about the shares, this gives rise to self-interest. You accept the job, nothing will happen. Now, we can do that, but you cannot accept the shares. Means ownership will come. When ownership will come, so many things will be linked together. The audit partner should refuse the shares, or audit partner should be rotated of the audit. Either you have to refuse the shares or you have to change your position. Okay, change the position. You should not be part of the audit. Second point, simple things. Is also appointed as you cannot. Okay, there is a very basic principle. You cannot. See, it is a self-review. Okay, it is a self-review. You are doing external audit and you are doing internal audit. There is no meaning. Okay, this will give what? Self-review threat. You are reviewing the work, it has been produced. Separate teams. Okay, separate team should be used if you are having both internal auditor. Important to make sure that the client management remain responsible for the internal audit. is that the client management is responsible for internal audit. You cannot give that job to the same company as such. Okay, basically internal audit is the part of the management. Is it right? Internal audit is part of the they are appointed by the management. They are the employees of the management company. Whether other services are provided by the audit firm, this is a self-interest threat. It will become over-dependent on fees. You are talking about fees is 20%. Is it right? From the same client. The firm should continuously monitor, always you have to monitor the fees. They should be acceptable level. Is it right? It should be acceptable 2 consecutive years. 2 consecutive years, not be more than 15%. When the audit fee is based on contingent fee, that is in case 20% of the fee after tax, this will give what self-interest. Definitely I will have my interest. I say that why I have to take another client. I'm getting good amount of income from the same client. I know the client is familiar to me, and I don't have any, I have to put any extra efforts. I will say that fine, comfortable. Contingent, contingent fees are prohibited by ACCA Code of Conduct. Remy and company should not accept proposal regarding the fees and inform the audit that the audit fee will be based on the time spent on the audit. Definitely, if you are getting a good amount of fees, what you will do, you will say that why I have to lose this client. Is it right? If there is something wrong, something plus or minus is there, okay, I can manage with this client. Why I have to lose it? So definitely what will happen, our approach will become little bit soft. The moment our approach become little bit soft, it is not acceptable by ACCA Code of Ethics and Conduct. Is it clear to you?
So for the rotation of the auditors, is it mandatory to change the auditor?
It is recommended.
Recommended.
Recommended. There is no hard and fast. But see, you are sending a wrong message that you are, see, what your reputation, you will also concern about your reputation, your standing in the market, your corporate governance. You will also concern about that. Why you have to retain? See, nowadays people are very clear. They will prefer to rotate the auditors after 5 years, maximum 7 years. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Very now we are working on examination mode. That is from the beginning it will be on the examination mode. Okay, from the beginning it is on the examination mode. See the things. Again, question on the examination. This is also there in your revision kit. You are the audit manager of Jones and you are planning. Just read this one slowly. Once it is done, tell me. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Fine. Now, see, from a review of the correspondence file, you know that the partner and the finance director known each other socially for many years. In fact, went on holiday together last summer with their families. As a result of these families, the partner has not spoken of the client about the fee for the last year audit. 20% of still is outstanding. Explain the ethical threats which may affect the independence. For each threat, explain how it can be avoided. Five threats and five recommendations, safeguards. Is it total 10 marks? This, if you take this, if you take this in section A, this will be one part of the section. Is it right? They have divided the same question, they have divided into 5 MCQs. Is it? They have divided 5 MCQs. Now, again, now I will read. They say see the thing. You have been client for the company specialized. This every question they will talk about the know the entity. Every know the entity. This is the structure of the questions. Okay, any question. The first paragraph they talk about the entity. During the planning stage, okay, during the plan you have obtained the employees are entitled to purchase. Employees are of LV are entitled to mobile discount. The audit team has in previous years has offered the same level of staff discount. During the year, the financial controller was ill, hence unable to work. The company had no spare staff able to fulfill the role, and hence qualified audit senior of Jones, is it right? Have seconded, means they have taken the services of the same company senior person for 3 months. The audit partner recommended the audit senior work on the audit as he has not. See, the same person, the audit partner has recommended that the audit senior work on the audit as he was the good knowledge of the client. Find the fee income derived from LV phones boosted, increased with the audit and taxation fee. Now account 16% of total fees. This is the total fees of the auditors. Is it total fees of the auditors? Now, for a review of the correspondence file, you note that they financed the familiarity each other for many years. They went with the families. As a result of this friendship, the client they have to give some money to the auditor. The client has not given. Still 20% of the fees is pending.
So when we say familiarity, we're referring to the personal relationship with the client, or like auditing the client and providing the services for a long time.
Familiarity means they say that they are for the more than 6 years. Somewhere it has been mentioned now. Being an audit client for how many years? Being audit client for how many years? In the first paragraph, 4 years. Okay, they are having the 4 years. Definitely 4 years is also a long period. Automatically the familiarity will build up. Okay, now I will tell you the way. When you are answering the exam, multiple choice questions will be straightforward. But when you are answering the things, is it never any paper, never say yes, never say no. You have to carefully balance the words. Was it right? Balance, never we cannot outrightly we cannot say yes, Outrightly, we cannot say no. Okay, we should never do that. Anyway, in our workplace also, we should never say yes or no. We have to make a balance. Maybe there will be a margin of scope will be there to make the adjustment. What they are saying that it has, see the thing. Before you do anything, look at the requirement. First and foremost, in section B, read. This is the reading time you have to work out. Reading time, people see, these are the common mistakes students will do. In reading time, they will say that they started reading the question paper completely. No, we cannot do that. Only requirements. What is the advantage if you read the requirement? We will be very focused. In our mind, it will be clear. Yes, they are asking these type of questions. Means we have to focus on these type of points. People will start the scenario first, then they read the questions next. I will recommend for every paper, any paper, you have to read the requirements first. What they are asking, you should understand the question first. Then you should understand, then only you can answer it. They are asking, I told you just now in other class, they are asking apple, you are giving oranges. No. Is that it is not, nobody, you will also not accept. Is that they are giving you, they are asking you apple and you are giving oranges. Outrightly, people say that I have written good exam. No, these people are not making us pass. This is difficult. Nothing like that. Even apple, you are asking red apple. They cannot give green apple to you. You will accept, you want red apple. If the person will say that no, I have green apple, you take this apple, you will buy?
No.
Now, again I am saying, see the thing. In red apple also, you want USA apple. But they are giving you an apple from Spain. You will accept?
No.
This is what you should understand. If you understand this much, other things are very easy. Other things are very easy. You will pass. There is no doubt on that. No doubt. There is no doubt. Now people will say that, yes, will say that, oh, I have written so much in my examination and I have not succeeded. They are not asking. For this, most important thing is what? You have to work with, you have to understand what is the requirement. If you understand requirement, you know your requirement is, yes, they want apples from USA. Means you have to focus on this only. You will not focus here, you will not focus here, you will not focus here. They say describe. The expectations are, they will say explain. I will tell you about this also. They say discuss. All are different. The moment you say explain, you will discuss, what will happen? Things are different. Is it? That is what it says. Before you do anything, look at the requirements and the mark allocation. 5 marks for threats, 5 marks for safeguards. This suggests you that each well-explained threat is 1 mark, and so you should identify 5 issues. Next, you are going to present your answer, 2 columns, side by side. Is it right? You can also link the threats and safeguards together. Present the threats in the left column, safeguards on the right column. Go to the scenario line by line and jot down the possible threats. Couple of slides highlight the threat areas. Simple concept. See, this is if anyone or if students will understand, I don't know to what extent, but I will make it a point. I told you in the beginning, requirements, study requirements, marks point by point. Marks point by point. Present clearly. Don't present more, don't present less. Coming back to this, okay, we will complete this and we'll stop. Okay, coming back to this, they said that they have pointed out this is the thing. They pointed 4 years. They pointed that they have been offered to the same discount. They say that their qualified senior auditor is going to be seconded in the audit work. Is it? The audit recommended the same audit senior. They say that they are familiarity, they are tax free, 16%. We have, if you remember, more or less, I'm not saying that, more or less, we have highlighted the same points. More or less we have highlighted the same point. Like this, you start approaching like this. You start approaching like this, things will be very, very simple and easy. Is that they say that they have partner and finance director, they went with the families, and mostly they have not received any outstanding fees. Very important. You don't miss these questions. If you work out these questions, other things will be very piece of cake. I'm telling you this. What it says, they have divided. See the thing, 1, 2. They have mentioned in detail, okay? In detail. You will ask me. You should not ask me. Before you ask, I will tell you. You will say that yes, whether we should write all this. It is not like that. You should write the message that has to be communicated in your own words. There is no hard, don't memorize. Don't memorize. I said that concepts understand. Concepts understand. Never memorize it. Memorization will not work. Especially one question will not be repeated forever. Forever it will not be, and every question will have a different scenarios. Understand? Write down the thing. If the moment you memorize it, it will not work. They say that they are familiar with LP Jones for the last 4 years. The audit team and the department client have to forge close relationship, which will impair, definitely, it will affect their independence and objective the purpose. There should be an independent review. This is too early, I am saying. It is very early. I will cover this in the later stages. Working papers. Working papers is nothing but the notes. Is it right? Notes which is taken during audit, which is written down. Is it right? Written down during the audit. You are going for an audit. You will write all the notes in a separate book, in a separate page. That is called as working papers. Is that what they say? It is last 4 years, and audit team and finance department of the client are likely to have good relationships. Is it right? We say that after 5 years we have to have a separate audit team. 4 years is also not a short period. Is that what we have to do? Fine. We have to see what it is independent review of working papers. Independent review means you have to have partial, no unbiased. Okay, independent means here we have to talk about unbiased. There is a familiarity threat as the audit team offer 10% discount. Now see, you can see last question we have taken chocolates, but we have not taken the financial aspect. Discount should not be considered. Discount, monetary gifts, monetary gifts, you have to take all the precautions. The familiarity threat and self-interest threats presents an offer 10% discount. The value of discount may not be trivial, means they may not be that much important or inconsequential to the members of the audit team. So independence and objectivity it will get impaired. People will, you are in the audit, you are working in the audit firm. Every auditor will say that I want to go to that company. I want to do audit for the company. The purpose of audit will become secondary. Getting some gifts from that company will say that yes, that company is giving gifts at the end of the audit. They are giving discounts. Better to go to the company. The purpose of audit comes secondary, the gifts will come primary.
But there are two threats mentioned in the second point.
Yes. Is it? There is a familiarity threat, there is a familiarity threat, there is a self-interest threat.
I mean, can we write two threats for one point?
You can divide it. This is only suggested answer, okay? This is only, I will suggest that you divide it. You divide. Slowly and steadily we will do. Slowly and steadily we will divide the things, okay? Here they have given the summary, fine, okay. But the moment you go detail, you are going to do examination questions more specifically, then for everything, it will not be this much also, okay? It will not be this much also. There will be one sentence here, there will be one, this will be one sentence, this will be one sentence. Here they have mentioned two sentences. See the thing, every paragraph. Here also one sentence here, one sentence here. Yeah, otherwise you have to mention the threat and you have to explain another sentence, maximum. Is it? You have to mention, explain another sentence, maximum. But it should be related to that only. Okay, now see, there are two things are there. If you are asking me, they have mentioned two. Yes. Why they have mentioned, reason is there. They are working it for how many years? They are working it for the 4 years. Yeah, they are working it for 4 years. And practically they are getting the discount also. Your self-interest will be there. Is that your self-interest will be there? Because of familiarity, fine. People will give. As a matter of fact, people will give. There is no doubt on that. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Third part, a audit senior from Jones. See, you are talking about a audit senior is coming and doing the financial statements. Is that in the place of financial controller? Is that can he do that? No way. Is it? Was seconded to the client in financial controller position and is now working on the audit of those accounts. You are doing it and you are preparing the financial statements and you are doing the audit. It is nothing but straight away, it is a self-review. See, audit paper is the most easiest paper. I will tell you this, you will be surprised to listen this. Audit paper is but you should understand the way it has to be. It has to be clearly, if you understand the things, you tell me any slide is difficult till now. I will support your argument. And till next things also. One or two chapters are difficult. I will agree with you. But other things are, you should understand. The audit seniors should not be involved in if you are preparing the financial statements, you are working as a financial statement, you have to take one role. You cannot take both the roles. Okay, one role you take, no, nothing will happen. That one role is also, you cannot working as an audit and you cannot come back to the financial controller and again you cannot go with the audit team. Is it? That makes things more difficult for us. Is that if he was involved in preparation of financial material directly, financial statement, any work done by him on the audit so far should be reviewed by whom? By an independent auditor. Independent partner means independent auditor. See, I am preparing financial statements, I am doing the audit. Definitely, everybody will have suspicion on that. Are you clear about this? Point number 1. We'll do more simplifications, okay? Point number 3. Can you go to the next one?
Yeah.
Is it? Now, what it says, total fees is how much? It is 16%. Fees will be asked in the examination. Okay, a very clear question will be there. It will be easy. That's all. Now you have that concept. You will face this type of questions very easily. A significant this involves self-interest threat, and automatically, if what happens? See, somebody says that I am giving you this much fees. I am giving this much amount to my auditor, and anything is there I can influence. Otherwise, what will happen? Just imagine you are doing the business, you are losing one client, automatically your revenue will be down by 16%. That is one of the reasons. They say that 15%. That is one of the reasons. If the fees is less, tomorrow we should not say that we should not be dependent on the fees. And because we are dependent on the fees, we cannot compromise on the audit work. It will be after losing the work from, this gives rise to self-interest, threat and intimidation, as the audit firm will be worried about losing the work for ILB firm. This is a threat of self-review from the provision of tax services. What is the safeguard? The audit partner should review levels of, always you have to check levels of fee income. Reduce the dependency. You should not say that, yes, I am dependent with my professional work, I am dependent on one specific client. This could be through the not accepting any further work. Words are very, very simple. Words are very open-ended. Never you will come across no. Never see the things. Is that they should not take any work and for this year, and perhaps declining one of the engagements in the subsequent years. Better take the safeguard. Don't take additional work. If possible, reduce one or two tasks. Nothing will happen. Also, there should be an independent review of audit work. Separate teams should be carrying out the audit and tax work. If you are doing both audit and tax work, always keep it in mind. All the three questions we have done this. In all the three questions, we have come across a word called as a separate teams. Is it? This is point number 4. What point number 5 says? When you are revising it, understand. Don't memorize. Understand what's happening. Is it? Understand. Every question will have a different scenarios. The partner and finance director known each other long time. They gave rise to familiarity threat. See, now you have three things here. You have familiarity, you have intimidation, you have the self-interest. You are not having one, you have three. In the previous cases, at least we have two. The partner should be rotated. The audit working paper should be reviewed by independent partner. They always give, the partner should. See, there is something they will say should. There is something they will say must. If must, there is no choice. If should, there is a choice. We will come across, I will let you know when we are using must. No choice. You have to do means you have to follow means we have to follow. 20% of the fee, 20% of the fees, previous fee is still outstanding. That gives to a self-interest, as the amount outstanding may be significant. They will also risk of the audit firm making in effect loan to the client. The fees should not be outstanding. Understand point? The fees has to be paid on time. If you are keeping the fees on hold, definitely what will happen? There will be a chance that the client will intimidate. Is that the client will intimidate the partner? They can enforce, yes, you do this work, we will pay outstanding fees. That situation should not be arise. The partner should discuss with charge of governance as a last resort, as a last option. As a last option, you have to resign from the engagement. If you are not, see, you have valid reason. Is it right? You have a valid reason. That is the thing. They are not saying first option, last resort. Means this is the option we are using. Extreme option. Making loans to client is prohibited by ACCA Code of Ethics.
You mean when they pay the fees in form of installments?
Pardon?
You mean when they pay the audit or the service
Maybe they
fees?
will pay the audit in
Inform-
terms of installments, or they will pay in terms of interest, or they will say that we will pay after 2 years. Till 2 years we are going to pay you interest, and after that, every option is available. Every option is available. Okay? Means you should not hold money, that fees. Is that you'll say that okay? I'll say that okay. I want to pay. You just treat it as a loan. Fine. See what happens when you are doing this. The obligation will be more. Is it right? What will happen? The auditor have no other option. Is it no other option? They have to recover their fees. If you are converting the fees into loan, it is entirely against the ethics. Is that there is no point. There will be option. They say that okay, we are not paying fees. We will pay fees after 1 year, after 2 years. Till what we'll do, we will say that we will charge some interest, some interest, percentage of interest, and pay with interest. It is similar like a loan. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Fine.